Hello, everybody. Welcome back to All Our Parts. Welcome to All Our Parts if you're new here. I'm your host, Jasmine, and today we are getting real business minded. We're going to talk about systems. Now, I feel like systems is like the business word for budgeting. It's important. Some of us hate it, some of us love it, but it's very necessary. Like when we think about running a business, a practice, whatever, you have to have systems in place. Now, what is a system? A system simply is something that allows your business to work smarter for you instead of you working harder. It allows you to work smarter, not harder. Plain and simple. And systems are something that can be tweaked. Like, I remember when I first started building my podcast, I was so anxious to find something that would work for me. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why am I not recording consistently? Why am I not generating ideas as much? Like, it's not flowing. Like, I seem to be really stuck. That's because I was trying to rush building a system. As you change throughout the seasons, like growing a family, expanding your business, like expanding what you offer, your systems will also evolve with you. And so I really want you to give yourself that space and grace to say, okay, maybe I need to make some adjustments. Today, I'm going to specifically talk about systems as it relates to marketing. I'm going to also give some of my favorite systems that I love to use that keep me grounded, that keep me focused and energized. But I'm going to tell a really hard truth. I might hold your hand when I say this. Actually, I don't think I'm going to. ChatGPT is not a system. ChatGPT is not a system. Write it down. I want you to sit with this thought. ChatGPT is not a system. And I am begging you to please stop giving your creativity to ChatGPT and letting it make the final decisions for you. I think some of the frustration with marketing is like the obvious burnout that can come with it, but it's feeling like you're not resonating with your audience. You're not getting feedback. You're not finding your target audience, whatever the case may be. Part of that is because you are looking for ChatGPT to identify your target audience, to speak to your target audience, to create the content that's for your target audience, when that is just not what ChatGPT is for. And it is not designed to know your target audience. It is not thinking about your target audience. You are thinking about your target audience. I get it. As someone who, oh my gosh, I feel like building, I guess, for the last 2 years, sitting with no engagement, no responses, no interests, no inquiries. ChatGPT is please help me. It's a lifeline. I get it. But if you are building something sustainable, if you're truly looking to resonate, evolve, and change with your audience, that is something only you can identify. I love using ChatGPT for synthesizing information. So I'll ask it based on these brand topics that I've discussed, what would be something interesting to bring into the conversation? Based on the direction that my brand is headed, what are some topics that I could talk more on? I very rarely give ChatGPT a creative oversight of my business. Any mini rebrand that I've done, so I've changed my URL, I've changed my handles, I've just recently changed my Substack. That has come from this divine intuitive nudge. Oh my gosh, I think this would really resonate. This is the direction my brand is going. This is how I need to change it. I won't speak specifically about my Substack, but I will say my handles. So I was originally my LLC name, Unilome Wellness. Nothing. Like I was getting something because I was podcasting, but crickets. Like no one was resonating. And that hurt a little bit because Unilome is very important to me. It's my lotus tattoo, growth, and the messy. So I'm like, hell yeah, like people will get it. People understand it. The amount of people that asked me, what is a Unilome lotus? Like, it wasn't resonating. It wasn't clicking in the same way as I have grown on my Instagram, grown with my Instagram, especially. I wanted people to be able to identify me as the brand, me carrying the message. And literally, it was a day that I didn't have any clients. I was using it as an admin day anyway. I was like, I'm going to do healing with Jasmine. I like how that sounds. Changed the URL. I changed my handles. And like immediately, I was getting more interaction from potential brands, more interaction from my mutuals. I had people reaching out saying they loved the makeover that I gave it. That was not me consulting with ChatGPT. That was not me consulting with someone. That was me in my generator spirit, hermiting in my basement. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make this change. A lot of times when we think about rebranding, we feel like it has to be this like major shift and we need to reintroduce it and we need to do these really big things when you don't. It can be as simple as changing your bio, changing up some of your content and seeing how it's resonating with your audience. Marketing systems are important, and experimentation is what allows you to see what resonates with your audience. Because at the end of the day, you are the one engaging with your audience. ChatGPT is not engaging with your audience. And you also lose time. There are days where I will be sitting with ChatGPT and I'm like, I feel if I just let the noggin do some good old thinking for 5 minutes, I would be done. But I'm going back and forth with this computer trying to get the perfect verbiage when I always already have it. AI has unfortunately created a society where we feel like we need to show up a certain way, prim, polished, perfect, no mistakes. And we think that other people, because we have this technology in place, that other people are also looking for us to be perfectly polished. When honestly, that could be far from the truth. Some of my content that is done the best is when I was like, I need to get something up there and just posted it. I didn't overthink it too much. It made me giggle. Whenever a post like makes me giggle, when I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's a good one, Jasmine. You should put that up there. I'll put it up there now. At first, I was like, oh, it's not perfect. It isn't on brand. It isn't what other people want. How the fuck do I know? I didn't even put it up there to let people resonate with it. I didn't even give people a chance to respond to it. And if I think it's funny, someone else might think it's funny. Or they won't. That is what marketing is about. It's throwing it out there, seeing what happens, seeing what lands, seeing what doesn't, and then deciding, is this something I want to continue pursuing or is this not? But looking for a system to give you the perfect algorithm, the perfect formula to go viral, to go to have thousands of clients, to hit 100K months, all the bullshit that I see, which I'm going to talk about another time. Every time you sit comparing and sit with these very material metrics, you move yourself further and further away from the creative process that is building a personal brand, which you then realize what your offers are that resonate for you and your audience, which then allows you to know how to deliver it to your target audience, because you are sitting with your audience. Does it take time? Yes. Does it get harder to manage as we get busier? Yes. I am sitting here recording this episode the night before I put it up. I get it. We get busier, and eventually we have to cut some corners. My personal brand isn't the place where it is going to make sense to cut corners. Because when it comes to thinking about building an audience, building a community, that is something that I work with such intentionality about. It's something that I recognize when I allow myself to be really present with what lands, with what doesn't. Sit with those really quiet days. It actually allows me to generate better content. It allows me to be inspired. It has allowed me to step away from needing the instant gratification that a lot of us are passionate. We have put something out there. We are excited to put it out there and offer it. And therefore we want other people to gravitate to it and be just as excited as we are. But there is momentum that we have to build. Showing up organically, building trust with your audience. You cannot build trust with your audience with a computer. Sorry, not sorry. Give yourself space for the process. It doesn't need to be long, extensive. But when you think about what you are creating, what you are putting out there, how you want your audience to respond, how you want your audience to receive you, that is something that requires you to get in touch with your own nervous system, to get in touch with who you are and where you are. ChatGPT may give you the perfect formula. I'm going to call it Chat. I've gone through this half of this episode saying its full name. Just say Chat. You think Chat is giving you the perfect formula that is going to allow you to hack SEO and rank in numbers, and it might help you with SEO. Yes. It might help you learn the proper verbiage that gets better traffic. 100%. But we are in a market right now where storytelling, authenticity, some organic engagement is important. Being a little silly is important. Being goofy, being whimsy, being a little whimsy about your brand is what's going to gravitate people towards you. And it's actually what's going to allow you to build trust in such a different way. I have been thinking about this concept of building trust, and it's not in the way that it used to be. It doesn't matter what the letters are behind your name. It doesn't matter what outcome you can even promise, because so many people are promising the same outcome. Who are you? Why should people want to work with you? What are some values that your business holds that would align with your target customer? Those are the things that we should be thinking about as we move into 2027. When we think about our marketing, when we think about our marketing strategies and systems, it is about more than just outcomes. It's about more than just promises. You have stacked your offer. It is beautiful. It is perfect. Now, who are you? Who is the icon behind the offer, behind the business. That's who people want to know. When I decided to grow beyond the therapy room, I knew I needed systems that could keep up. Enter Jane App, the practice management platform that has my back. From online booking to charting to payments, Jane keeps everything streamlined so I can show up for my clients and create content, build my brand, and run my business with confidence. If you're ready to level up your practice, head to jane.app and use code JAZZ1MO for a 1-month grace period. As we trickle out of this episode, I want to talk about some of my favorite systems that I use to help me stay on track, help me stay grounded in the process. I am a Notion girly through and through. I started using it when I worked with Chelsea. It took me a while to catch on, I will say. At first I was like, I feel like I am coding. I feel like I'm building a website and I don't really know how much time I'm saving, but I love that you can build it to work for your brain, work for like how you intend to use it, what feels good, what flows for you. And I love working with clients on it. Like I think it's easy. I love the collaborative aspect that I can offer. Like when a client drops something, I can respond, I can share something with them, and it's so seamless. It's so pretty. It has a pretty app. Oh, such a Notion girl. I'll gladly sit and yap about it with anyone. I'm always recommending it to just about anybody that will hear me. I do love Jane. Jane is a EMR, but it's so much more than that because it offers billing, charting, not just for therapists, coaches. If you are a practitioner in the wellness space and is looking for an all-in-one, all-inclusive platform, Jane's your gal. I do Google Meet, Zoom, obviously. For content creation, I do use Canva. I like the brand templates. I'm getting more creative with that. But fun fact, I do not batch my content, my short form content. I batch the hell out of my podcast content because otherwise I end up like I am right now, talking 10 hours before this is going to go live. But short form content, I think that's another tip that I want to offer is that everyone will say, batch your content, batch your content, batch your content. If batching your content does not work for you, then you are just wasting your time. If it does not feel good for you, if you feel drained afterwards, might not work for you. It might not be the system for you. I love batching my long form content. That's what energizes me. That allows me to have mental creative space for my short form content. I also am so passionate about every episode that I put out. I love the guests that I have on. And so having those conversations are something that I look forward to. Short form content is something that I can do 30, 60 seconds. I don't overthink it. At least I try not to. Working on that. I'm not overthinking it. It's something that I see a trend or I see conversations that other people are having and I want to join the conversation. It's a fun little sound that I enjoy and I want to use it and figure out how I can use it. Keeping short form content fun is what gives me energy. When I start sitting and batching and just copy and pasting, then I also feel like removes me from my audience. That removes me from what's going on in the present because sounds change so quickly, trends change so quickly. It allows me to feel like I do have a pulse on what's going on outside. And so when I come back to the podcast space, having a longer form, more nuanced conversation about something then feels really good. So I don't have a lot of advice on batching. I can do it. I have created a calendar. it has helped me solidify like content pillars, things that I will be consistent in talking about. But I'm not going to sit there and create my post for the week. I'm not going to sit there and create 10 videos in one time because it is exhausting. I will just repurpose. I have so much content that I have not repurposed that if I just don't make a video that day, it's okay. And it's not like the end all be all for me. I think what I'm also trying to say is that finding systems is a constant journey of finding things that work for you. What someone else says is a system for them and works for them is great, but it might not work for you. And the space that you allow yourself to figure out what your systems are gets to allow you to feel more present with your brand. Keeping this one short and sweet. That's what I have for you all today. Let me know in the comments. Shoot me a message. Let me know what you thought of this episode. And I am so excited for my guest episode this week. I'm sitting with Antonia Dahlhain. We are discussing community supervision, the value of supervision in the coaching space. I'm really excited for that episode. Chat later. Leave a rating and review. It helps grow the show. It helps new audiences find the show. And thank you all so much for your support. I will see you on Friday.